なんだ、俺より強くないじゃないか。がっかりだよ。
Alright, so if you're not aware, The Boys Season 4 just dropped and it is peak. And not because it's deep, it's peak. Because real eyes. That's confusing. So anyways, yeah, so if you like The Boys and you haven't read the title, I recommend go read and or watch Go Lose a Ranger, because this is essentially the same premise as The Boys. So if you ever wondered yourself, what would The Boys look like as an anime? This is essentially what The Boys would be like if it was anime. Oh, and give them like Power Rangers outfits and boom, you have the freaking Boys as an anime version. Now, if you've never really heard about the series, I don't know how you haven't, because it's made by the same creator as the Quintessential Quintuplets. Yeah, the same creator that made the Quintessential Quintuplets, super long name, also made this, Go Lose a Ranger. And you can honestly tell by the same art style, which it kind of caught my friend off guard when I told him, did you know this series is made by the same creator as the Quints? He was like, what? Oh, that explains a lot of things. When I first found out, I'm like, huh, that's pretty interesting. He goes from like this cute harem anime girls to like this brutish battle, like conspiracy-esque superhero take. Is pretty interesting. Not too many stories, at least anime manga wise, they don't do stuff like this where like the good guys are actually kind of like dicks. It doesn't really follow the Boys narrative. It doesn't follow the traditional superhero route like My Hero Academia, which I really thoroughly enjoy. I think the closest it's gone to this would be My Hero Academia Vigilantes, where it gives a different take on superheroes, but they're vigilantes, but nothing like this in the, at least in the manga industry. So I think Go Lose a Ranger is a fresh take on superheroes, because lately in like shonen, it's pretty much like action stuff. You don't really see the traditional superhero route happening, but I do love what they're doing with this. Essentially, the story of Go Lose a Ranger, wow, that's a pretty long title, is 13 years ago, like this random ass spaceship came out of nowhere, landed on this random city in Japan. You had these monsters trying to take over the planet, and then 5 Rangers stepped up to the game and defeated them. And for 13 years, there's been battles every Sunday to fight these random monsters. All the main bosses have been defeated. It's just these random ass goons that like just stay there and they fight the Rangers. They're basically the villain of the week. Every week there's different villains, and the Rangers force these guys, after 13 years of humiliation, to continue to be villain of the week, to continue to fight, to continue to entertain, so they can maintain a sense of power, so they can maintain a sense of stability all across Japan, hell, even across the world. They make merch, they make licenses, they have their own like agencies, they have their own freaking power dynamic. Think of it like if the heroes from UA like faked every battle just so they can sell merch. It's basically The Boys. It is essentially the 7 as anime characters, but they fight random ass villains. They force them to fight. That's essentially what this series is, and I really love it. From the animation to the fighting, it's really good. Also, the opening is such a banger. I don't see too many people talk about this series, even though it's genuinely good, which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Now, the story follows Fighter D, or was it Fighter F? I can't remember. It's like this random ass goon as well. He kind of gives up. He says, you know what, I'm not going to follow this traditional route. I'm going to be different. I'm going to try to fight the Rangers. And this completely backfires on him when he tries to go up against Red Ranger, and he like absolutely gets one-shotted. It's not only until he meets this other guy from like one of the Rangers divisions, he ends up forming this weird alliance with him, as well as this tall blonde woman, Mommy, and says, you know what, I'm gonna help you kill these Rangers, so like you're gonna follow my route and we're gonna go undercover. We're gonna like take down the Rangers from the inside. So throughout the season, we're just seeing Fighter just go on this journey, like where he learns about these abilities, he learns about like the human world to take down all the Rangers. Currently he's trying to take down Ranger Blue, which is the Blue Ranger, which he's pretty OP. And I really love how the story, it's kind of different. It's like he's not overpowered in the sense that he can just take down these Rangers with ease. Yeah, they have these abilities. Yeah, they have these special weapons that can take down the monsters. It's more like he's kind of the Takamichi of this series. Like, he's pathetically weak. You can even compare him to maybe Hercule from Dragon Ball. He's just pathetically weak. What he does best is he's best at infiltration. He's best at gathering allies. Basically, being a good tactical strategist, not on the level of, say, someone like Lelouch, but he's slowly getting there. He's making mistakes along the way, but he's learning from it and learning to do things a little bit differently, which I really enjoy seeing his journey. I believe we're like, what, 10 episodes in, 9 episodes into this series, and so far he's gone up against Ranger Red and he hasn't done well. He's currently up against Ranger Blue, which is pretty good, really good. And yeah, overall this is a really good series. If you like The Boys, if you've seen The Boys season 4 and you want more, you want something different, you want something in anime manga format, I highly recommend go read the Go Lose a Ranger or watch the anime, because it's pretty good. Now that's just my take on it. I'm only talking about this because The Boys season 4 just came out. I want to recommend you guys something similar to it, and it's honestly probably one of the more slept on shows this season, especially because here in America I think it only premieres on Hulu, and shows that premiere on Hulu / Disney Plus usually get the end of the dust. They usually bite the curb. Not too many people talk about them, which is where I come in, talk about this. Go watch the show. It's really good. Animation's good. Comedy, it's pretty good. I love the tidbits, opening, everything about this is genuinely good. It's like honestly a sleeper banger. Most people gotta watch. Anyways, that being said, that's pretty much it. Go watch it. If you wanna see my thoughts on The Boys, check out my recent video on my other channel. So yeah, have you seen this show? What are your thoughts on it? So yeah.